of Starfall Cove. Starfall Cove was a place of quiet rhythms. The sun woke up the fishing boats, and the moon counted the stars. Here, on the docks, lived Kai, a young man whose hands were rough, but whose dreams were bright as the morning light on the water. Up on the highest hill, where the air was scented with jasmine and saltwater, stood the Grand Azure Hotel. That is where Lynn stayed. She had come from the great city, where everything was fast and polished, but her eyes held a faraway look, searching for something the marble floors couldn't offer. One afternoon, Lynn left the quiet of her terrace and walked down to the older parts of the town. She paused by a mossy stone well, distracted by a tiny bird. Clink! Her favorite jade bracelet, a gift from her grandmother, slipped off her wrist and rolled into the deep, shadowy water. Before she could panic, a shadow moved. Kai, who was painting a boat nearby, had seen the flash of green. Without a word, he lowered himself down. The water was cold, but his hands knew the dark. He emerged, holding the small, perfect circle of jade. "Thank you," Lynn whispered, her voice surprisingly soft. She reached for her wallet, but Kai gently pushed her hand away. "It has the moon's own light in it," he said, looking not at the bracelet, but at her. "Keep it safe." Kai wanted to show her the real Starfall Cove, not the postcards. He led her past the paved roads, up a narrow path to the highest cliff. There, as the sky turned to rose and gold, the entire town glowed like a scattered handful of diamonds. Lynn felt a lightness she hadn't known she missed. Here, she wasn't the daughter of the CEO, she was just Lynn, but the world always calls. Her sleek, city-made phone vibrated, reminding her of the planes and meetings waiting in the morning. The goodbye was a quiet ache. "Will you forget this place, Lynn?" Kai asked, his voice low. She held the jade bracelet tight in her palm. "Never," she promised, her eyes bright with unshed tears. "Wait for the moon to tell you my answer." The next day, Starfall Cove returned to its rhythms. Kai went back to his work, but his heart was heavy with the silence of her absence. He kept her promise in his mind, watching the moon rise over the water, listening for its answer.